Breakdown 7153 was having some issues seating his optic onto the slide cut, and since I have mine all broken down right now, might as well talk about it real quick. You can see that there is no light coming through the bottom of my optic, between the optic and the cut. There's no light, there's no space there. And one of the easiest ways to achieve this, even if you don't have an absolutely perfect cut, is this is it. This is the bee's knees when it comes to shimming stuff and getting a tight fit in the gun world. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, this stuff never hurt anything. I've even made scope ring bushings out of this stuff, and it works really well for me. This also helps cut down on vibration. Technically, this would give your optic a little bit protection against the vibration that's coming off of the gun. So pretty much, you just, first of all, let's talk about what this is. 3A vinyl electric tape. It's fairly simple. This is a rubber vinyl tape. It crushes down under extreme weight, so it will take up any small space that you have in there. Just put it on the bottom of your optic. Obviously, don't overlap it, and it will crush down as you put you know, all of your screws in, and you should have a nice, tight, and snug fit. Another thing it does is it adds friction. So if you're worried about your optic moving back and forth, this is going to build friction in there to make it harder for your optic to move back and forth, even if your screws kind of start to come loose. Now, for most optics, that's really not a thing, because you have this wall here that butts up to your optic, but not all slide cuts are the same. I like what they did here because there is a wall here. This wall is pushing this optic and making this optic move with the slide, right? If you had a different format and there wasn't a wall here, I would be trying to add some friction down here to make the optic grip the slide better, so that it's not just your two screws holding this thing down and taking, you know, the brunt of all that force from your slide moving back and forth. So I think this stuff has a lot of good application potential, and I use it. So you can see how big this roll used to be. I've used this stuff a lot. It's awesome, and go on and get you some. It's not going to cost you much, and then you definitely will not be able to see any light on any cut. So that's just what I would suggest. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any other crafty little quick fixes. Now, I have this at the bottom of my optic right now. It doesn't affect performance at all. And like I said, this stuff crushes down, so it's not going to give you tolerance issues. This thing holds 0. I have never had an issue with it. And, you know, that's all the testing that I've done so far. Anyway, hope this helps, and I'll see you at the range.